but you know what I mean. And then you immediately catch a crossbow shot into the shoulder.
Smiley face.
For that amount of damage. And it's gonna do its martial advantage. Oh, never mind. It can't do that. But you take that amount of damage. It has to be within 5 feet of an ally. So they premature ejaculated.
Okay, so I take 9 damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you take 9 piercing damage as you're struck from behind. Is that the end of your turn after firebolting?
I mean, I'll shuffle back the remainder. Just like 6 foot, probably.
Alright, you shuffle away. Everybody sees the crossbow bolts come from this direction, so you know there are enemies down this path too. As it becomes Kalius' turn.
Alrighty. So, I'm going to...
I'm going to say, like,
Go
when
over here.
I see the crossbow bolts come this way, I say, I'll take care of them.
Yep.
Ooh.
So I move up to here.
Tobias
Oh
stepping
dear.
up. Alright, you get up close to the 3 goblins. They all turn to look at you.
So, this one here is just about dead. So,
The middle one, yeah.
so this one here that I'm focusing on. So I'm going to attack
this
him.
is the only one who's been hit so far.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh dear. Oh dearie me. I didn't even see
You'd
that
be
one.
able to tell by all the singed off hairs on his face.
This is true, yeah. Well, in that case, I move over to the back this way. And where's the that direction? That's okay. So, trusty rapier. Going to try and attack his ribs.
So specific today.
Yeah, just trying to add a little bit of flavour.
Oh, that's fair. Alright, roll your attack.
I like it.
Ooh.
It's good.
Roll your damage.
And he hasn't made any sort of move.
That is true. So yeah, I'll give you the assassinate too.
So what's the assassinate? In addition, a hit score against a creature is a
Oh, you get advantage if they haven't taken a turn. yet.
advantage. Yeah,
so
sorry.
roll your
No.
attack again just in case you crit.
Yeah.
And you also get sneak attack for having advantage.
Oh, that is true. So which one do I? Regular. So that's there. Sneak attack.
Alright, that's good. And, oh, yeah.
17.
So you suddenly dash around the corner and then you skid along your knees starting from about here. And you slide all the way across as you lift up your spear. And you slash deep into his ribs as various bits of lung explode out into the other goblin's face, and this one dies immediately.
Oh!
And then you stand back up. Is that the end of your turn?
I then let's see. With the rest of my movement, because the other one's over in that general direction, correct?
No, that's just a flaming longsword that Thorin threw away.
Oh, okay. No, I thought there were 3. I thought there were 3 goblins here.
Yeah, just these 3.
Oh, there's a 3rd one there. Oh dear. So in that case, I move into this general direction, so I'm no longer flanked, whilst still staying within the 5 feet.
Alright.
And that's my turn.
Alrighty. Okay, I'm gonna move them all together because they go right after one another. Let me just make sure I get the right one. Alright, there we go. Alright, so the 2 goblins are gonna team up. They're gonna pair their actions, and one of them runs behind you and he immediately drops to the floor like a pommel horse as the one in front of you pushes you. And they attempt to trip you. So DC 13 Dex or Strength.
Okay, Dex or Strength. Fair enough. Dex is... Oh, god damn it.
You get thrown to the floor, and as you're on the floor, they both strike at you.
Do you not have guidance, Kalis?
I took the guidance for the stealth roll.
Okay.
Guidance doesn't affect saves either.
Alright.
As you're on the floor, they stab down several
16.
times, and they
Yep.
rip through your reddish flesh, turning it even more red as you bleed. And then they take their actions to dodge, because they have this. Alright, it becomes Thorin's turn.
Alright, I'm going to run up and grab my fucking sword.
As you
Sorry.
do so, a crossbow shot flies out towards you.
Ah!
Oh!
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Hey!
unlucky.
Oh, why is it +0? That's weird. Sorry. Alright, that's supposed to just so 6 damage. It's supposed to be a +2.
Okay.
So you take
Okay.
6 damage as you cross this threshold, and you take a crossbow bolt into the side, pretty much hitting the top of your hip, but missing the pelvis completely.
That's fine. Alright, I'm going to reach down, scoop my sword up,
You do so.
and I'm going to then turn, point at one of the goblins, and can I do anything fun, or am I just going to Sacred Flame him? I think I'm just going to Sacred Flame him. Hacha!
You try
Aw.
to Sacred Flame him, and he just dodges out of the way. Most of the flame washes over just his like tiny little foot. It tickles him a tiny little bit for 4 points of radiant damage. As he looks at you
Alrighty.
and just goes,
Oh, it's
"You're
no
next!"
damage. Cantrip.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Well, then he just goes, "You're next!"
Do I still have my bonus action?
Yeah, of course.
Alright, I'm just gonna narrow my eyes and be like, talk shit, get hit! No!
You fuck.
Alright, my deepest apologies, Carlius. Thorin, please let me roll your... Oh, you're already...
Fuck.
Alright, so as you sort of send your... what weapon do you choose?
A big hammer.
Alright, you activate a big hammer swinging towards the nearest goblin, and he dodges out of the way as it smacks square into Carlius' face for 12 points of damage, as several tooths are knocked out of your mouth. Oh, you take 6 points of damage because, teammates.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, do I get half on that because of uncanny dodge?
Does it have to be a hostile creature?
I think it's just whenever you take damage.
Starting at 5th level, attacker that you can see hits you, you can use your reaction to half.
Yeah, sure.
Yep.
So 3 damage.
3 damage.
And Thorin watches on in horror as 3 little pieces of teeth that are chipped now fly across the room.
I'll fix those.
As it becomes Tobias' turn.
I'll put them back in, don't worry.
Gonna run up to here.
I've got bigger problems right now.
Okay. So, do I still have my meteors?
How long do they last? 10 minutes, right?
Yes.
Yes, you still have them.
Okay. Must be cutting it close, so. Okay.
Yeah, pretty close.
Both of those goblins up there, do they look hurt at all? Have they been...
Oh, no. Neither of those goblins are hurt.
Okay. So, I'm gonna send 2 of my meteors up to this guy.
Ooh. Oh, man.
They do have an AoE on them, so I'm gonna like offset it so it doesn't hit Carlius.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fair. Alright, so it manages to dodge the first one, which is the larger, so it takes, 3 damage and after that, so 3, 6. So you send 2 tiny MILF meteors flying towards him, and they explode into a fiery globe of fire, and the goblin takes 6 points of damage as it tries to dodge the second one, but fails.
Then I see these crossbow guys down here, and I'm going to jab my wand in their direction, and this tiny little bright white bead zips out, hits the ground, and then explodes.
Yeah!
So, dex saving throws for both of them.
Ah, lucky for you, they're not very good at that. Alright.
No,
I
20.
Hey!
Wow, that is amazing. Alright, in that case, you let out the tiny little bead that explodes into fiery flame, sending huge waves of flame gushing down that tunnel. And as the flames sort of dissipate, you just see nothing but charred ash as both of them die.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Alright, as it becomes the crossbow guy's turn, he dissipates into ash and flies away, and it returns to Arcturus.
Yes, I believe now is the time. As I pass Tobias. Yeah, as I pass Tobias, I say that aloud. Yes, now is the time. So, with my pebble, I turn it into Ennio, or the appearance of Ennio, and I say, in a booming voice, as booming as I can imagine, I say, I have the power of the gods, surrender or die! And make Ennio appear right there.
Alright, everyone can now roll a wisdom save.
We talked this out beforehand.
No,
so
no,
we
I
just
know.
really.
It's not about this.
Oh, okay. If I get a bad wisdom save, I'm gonna cry. I got a +8.
Arcturus, I think you've spoken the name of the Lord in vain, and now we're getting sneaked.
Alright. So as you do that and Ennio sort of appears, the whole entire cave starts to reverberate, and you feel a magical discharge of energy running along the entirety of the walls and floor, and it sort of zaps each and every one of you. Everyone under a 15 gets stunned for 1 round.
Oh,
Ow.
well,
Gods are not pleased.
thanks.
What about the goblins? Are they fine?
They are fine.
I'm not affiliated with this man.
So Tobias gets stunned for 1 round. So it lasts to the end of your turn. I'll put 1 on Carly's. Alright, cool. Is that the end of your turn, Arcturus?
Any effect on the goblins, or are they just like, eh?
They're just
Okay.
They seem
That sucks.
completely unperturbed from the sight of Ennio somehow.
Okay. Use your action. Okay, yeah, no, I've burnt my actions, so I can't do anything. Yeah, that's it.
Alright. Carlius, you are stunned, so now you're unstunned.
Oh, okay.
Still on the floor though.
Yeah.
And they're all gonna try to stab you again. With their many spears.
Nope. Nope.
Hoi!
And as you sort of come out of being stunned, you see several spears driving towards your face, and you sort of roll left, right, and center like a little baby in a cradle. And most of the spear attacks miss you. As it becomes crossbow guy's turn, who dissolves into ash again, and it becomes Thorin's turn.
Alright, fuck us! It's time for revenge!
And
No,
obviously,
not ones.
they do that.
What are they? Which one is he doing?
Dodging.
Okay, so I will still do that
Mm-hmm.
and do this.
This goblin's super duper nimble. It ducks its head at your first flaming longsword swing. Then it does a backflip to dodge the spiritual weapon.
Holy shit.
Is that all you wish to do?
Yep.
Alright.
Hang on. Are we flanking it?
Not where Thorin's standing.
Oh, okay.
Does the spiritual weapon count?
I don't think spiritual weapon can get it, right?
I have no idea.
It's a variant rule, so it's not even a real thing. It's
I don't
really
think
just
I've
DM
done-
dependent
yeah,
every game.
I don't think I've done it in the past, so I'll continue not doing it.
Yeah, it's just a variant rule. It's not an actual thing.
But is that the end of your turn?
Yep. Oh, I spit on it.
It sort of opens its mouth and eats it as it becomes
Ah!
Tobias' turn.
Mistakes have been made.
He looks up at you. Tasty. I shall eat your flesh next.
Filthy foul creature.
Oh,
Check.
and
I can't do anything. I'm stunned.
Oh yeah, so now your stun ends, and it becomes like Furious Flick's turn, as everybody hears yet again the entire cave reverberates, and this time it's followed by a voice saying, "Bring me more!" And
Anyways,
the goblins sort of like straighten upright.
Okay, well, I dropped the Neo illusion because, geez, that didn't work. And, yeah, this is going to be interesting. I move up ever so slightly, and yep, I'm going to cast. If I am looking.
Can anybody else see the blue and the red meter above my head?
Yep.
Okay. Just for reference, the blue one is temporary hit points, and the red one is how many turns I've got concentration for.
Yeah, I lightning lure this guy right here, this goblin.
Just don't miss.
He can't. It's a DC.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that looks pretty cool, actually.
Yep.
Oh.
I've always done play favorites, so I'll let you take this. So it takes 6 lightning damage as it's pulled 10 feet straight up in a line towards you. So now it's right in your face.
And then it takes another 1d8 because it ended up within 5 feet of me.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
That's cool.
Yep. So I'll roll it.
Yep.
Is that a sword coast adventurer's
does it
spell?
take the attack of opportunity from Kalia's
Force movement.
Yeah, it's
forced movement? Okay, yeah, right on.
Alright, is that the end of your turn?
And I'll 7. Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Initially, the goblin sort of goes from being lightning struck, but then it just straightens upright again as it lands in front of you, and its eyes sort of glaze over as though it has something else it wants to do, and it becomes Kali's turn.
Okay, so I turn around to this fucker and proceed to fuck its shit up with my rapier.
Yep, at disadvantage because it's dodging.
As it's what, sorry?
As it's dodging.
Oh, it's still dodging from last turn. Okay, yeah. Alrighty.
Are all these secretly monks?
Oh.
Ooh. You
Feels
stab
bad.
at his head and he simply moves it slightly to the side and you just nick a little bit of his hood. Also, I'm going to assume you stand up, so I'm going to remove that little snail.
Yeah. So I'm going to...
Get behind me, Carlius!
I was about to say I'm going to disengage the fuck out of that and move to about... Actually, yeah, I'm going to disengage the fuck out of there. Get to about...
It's hard
Yeah,
for movement
right.
to stand up, so you've only got 15.
Yeah. Oh, 15, so that was 16, 15, so
Alright. Is that the end of your turn?
and that is my turn, yep.
Okay. Now that these two guys are going together, they're both going to use their bonus actions to take the disengage, and they're going to use their main action to lift up this woman and then drag her away. She's dead already. So. And they go from there to some 30 feet to about there, passing Tobias, and it becomes Thorin's
I get
turn.
opportunity. Can I get
As they're
opportunity attack
moving-
as they go bust?
No, they
No,
disengage.
they're disengaging.
Ah, okay.
Oh, I thought they disengaged first to move back to the woman, and then the
Oh,
movement
disengage.
turn was...
Disengage means you just don't provoke opportunity attacks that turn. So you can do it first.
You can do it
the-
first, but the second half of the movement is without disengage, isn't it?
That's all of your movement for the whole turn.
Okay.
Yeah. Alrighty, so I'm going to move up my 30 feet, and I'm going to stab this fucking thing in the back of the head, or at least try to. And my spiritual weapon floats up 20 feet and is sad that it doesn't get in range. Alright, you fucks.
I was going to be super duper mean and give you disadvantage for attacking within this narrow tunnel, but I'm not going to do that. And you swing your flaming longsword at the back of this goblin who has his back turned
Oh,
to
actually,
you.
wait. Can I not do that?
Yeah, sure.
Can I instead make a grapple?
Yeah, sure. Go for it. Roll your strength.
Oh, strength. Oh, fuck! Is it strength or athletics?
You have
They're
to.
both the same anyway.
It's strength versus whatever English.
I thought it was athletics versus athletics or acrobatics.
It's that, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's gonna try to dodge out of your way and very,
Holy shit!
very deftly. It notices you coming up behind it as you try to grab onto it. You clench your fist around
Maybe.
its tiny little neck, but it's not there. You check your hands; it's disappeared, and then it stands up again, hauling the woman away. Is that the end of your turn?
Yep.
All right, it becomes Tobias' turn.
Okay, which one looks the most hurt out of the two?
The one at the front.
Okay. I fire my last 2 meteors at it.
Oh,
2 deck saves.
oh.
Unlucky.
It's as if it has eyes in the back of its head, and the first meteor flies towards him, and he just sort of like leans forward, and it soars deep into the tunnel and explodes somewhere else far away. But the second one
Still does 2 damage.
Oh yeah. Like a little bit of fire sort of singes off the top of his head. But the second meteor smacks him square in the back, and he explodes in a shower of gore, as does parts of the woman.
Okay. And then, with my actual action, I cast Suggestion on the remaining goblin. And I say, stop, we are your friends.
Let me just read all that.
Ooh, if this works.
I was hoping you'd do one of the have a Lelouch moment where it's like, I now command you to die.
No, we want to interrogate this guy.
Now my question is, if it's already under this effect, does casting a new one override the previous?
That's up to you. Maybe we can do like opposed
Yeah.
rolls or something.
I'll just give it a wisdom roll at advantage because it's following something else.
Okay.
So that way you still have a chance. Oh yeah, it fails it. It's sort of as you say that you are its friends. It sort of lets the woman go and turns around and looks at the lot of you with wide eyes, and he sort of holds a hand out and gestures and says, "Come, we must bring her in."
Well, before that, can you come back over here for a sec? There's some things we need to talk about first. It won't take long, I promise.
It takes a few steps forward towards you.
Okay.
And just over the top of his shoulder, Thorin's doing like the fingers across the throat thing, just like, tell me when.
While this is happening as well, I'm moving behind to see if I...
Turns.
Oh, turns. Sorry, I didn't realise we're still in combat.
Okay, so first of all, my good buddy, why are we taking these corpses over there?
For sacrifice, for ritual, the king wants eyes.
Okay, and remind me again, who's the king?
Oh, the king. His name can't be spoken.
Gotcha. And how many goblins are there in this cave, do you reckon?
Oh, many goblins. Too many to count.
He holds up his hand, and you see like he only has like 3 fingers on each hand, and he holds them all up.
Okay, and are there any survivors from the village? Or are they just killed right away? And what's used for the sacrifice? Corpses or live people?
Fresh body part. Fresh.
Okie dokie. Do you think you could lead us to any survivors?
Come, take body to throne room.
And it turns around. Oh, not the torch. The goblin does.
Okie dokie.
Is this what's her face's mum, by the way?
No.
That was kind of what I was looking to ascertain.
This is
Yeah.
Erin, the person who was told to suck deep via poem.
Yes.
Rip.
Okay.
Yeah, the goblin sort of we can all now exit combat. That's A-OK by me. And it picks up the body and it just gestures to the lobby.
Help me, French.
How big are goblins?
Oh, this one, like, tiny as, like, a child.
Have we
Like,
seen
smaller
any...
than a dwarf.
Have we seen any big goblins?
Oh yeah, you've seen one hobgoblin in the town that ran away and then you, like, firebolted in the back and it died.
Okay.
Also, the crossbow guys were also hobgoblins, so they look much larger than this one.
Okay, so I'm gonna, like, help pick up this corpse, and I'd say to the goblin, okay, I'm just gonna get rid of my human disguise, okay? So don't be alarmed. And then I cast Disguise Self and make myself look like that hobgoblin.
Oh, you're very smart. Get
Yeah,
many sacrifices.
Yeah. And I turn back to the rest of the party before we head off, and I say, maybe try and find a, we're like going off. Try and find a way to sneak about maybe, and I'll do what I can over here.
Alright, now my question is, with your disguised self, so you only look different, but like, say if you're fat but you change yourself to be skinny, your belly would still be out there, right?
I look different, but if I'm touched, it's revealed that I don't feel different. So I'm like surrounded by a holographic shell.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Alright.
Like, if I was fat and I disguised myself as someone thin, I'd still look thin. My belly wouldn't like hang out through the illusion.
But they'd be able to
close
touch
me,
your...
Yeah.
belly. Alright, so my question now is, if you were to turn into a goblin, because Tobias needs to hunch over a little bit, would your goblin look like he's hunching?
Yes.
Okay.
I presume so.
Alright. Just making sure.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. You follow the goblin along. What do the other people do as we're now out of combat?
I guess
yeah,
follow
it's
along
dark
from
for
a
you.
safe distance.
What I was going to say, did he say that we were all friends or just him?
I said, stop, we are your friends. So we're all friendly. He's
Okay.
friendly to all of us.
So I'll follow along again at a safe sort of distance, so as not to interfere.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm gonna whip out my torch so I can actually see.
Alright, Tobias, you come across with him, and he sort of literally just with the body walks right through the webs, and the webs don't even affect him.
Okay. Can I like try and stay as like close as I can?
Oh, you know the webs will
Do I
affect you.
like say again?
You know the webs will affect you.
So they don't like part around him. He just
No,
like,
no,
walks through
he
them.
just walks right through them. The web
Okay.
still remains there, though.
Okay, well, like as we're approaching the web, then can I say to him, "Hey, just stop here for a sec, please."
He lets the body drop to the floor, and I guess a bit of the face just looks at you. The dead woman's face,
so-
not the goblin.
Yeah. So that web there, remind me again. How come you can go through it?
I don't know. Is there a web here? I see no web.
Okay. Can I borrow that spear for a sec? I'll give it back. I promise.
He hands you his spear.
Cool. I just like chop at the web.
Oh yeah, you do so. The web wraps around the spear, and you can roll a strength to try to pull it off the wall. Oh no. Oh no, that's actually enough. Yeah, you yank off most of the web, so now it is clear of webbing.
Cool. I hand the spear back and say thanks. Got the corpse again.
Yeah, oh, I was going to say. So you follow him along into the next room, and as you enter, you see several hobgoblins sort of crouching over dead bodies, and you immediately realize they're the three. Two of them are the children from outside the tavern, and they're sort of eating the corpses.
Oh,
They seem to be preoccupied with eating, and they don't notice you.
Okay. I turn to my goblin friend and say, "Hey, just stand back a bit, and then I poke my wand at these three and cast Fireball.
Roll fireball.
Oh,
Alright, so 3 of them.
One
Alright.
moment. I think I can make him fail. Just a sec. Spend luck. Yeah, I'm going to use Bend Luck. Spend 2 sorcery points and roll a d4 to take away from his roll. Nope, never mind. That did not work.
Good try. So yeah, two of the hobgoblins near the back, they both die immediately to the fireball that sort of explodes and immolates their corpses, as the other one takes half of your fireball damage.
So once I see that he's still standing, I'll use Quicken Spell and Firebolt.
You can roll a perception first.
Okay.
Alright, you let loose your firebolts, and it shoots towards him, but he dies before your firebolt reaches him.
Oh,
You're not sure why. Then as you turn around, everyone can see this, but the goblin behind Tobias also dies. Everyone behind Tobias can roll perception. Oh wow, jeez. 225, straight up.
Sorry,
Arcturus?
working on it. Yeah,
Oh.
that's terrible to be in there.
Alright, Thoran and Kalius, you see a small purple glow within the goblin's ear, then suddenly a kind of sound as blood starts coming out of the ear, and the goblin falls forward dead.
oh, oh my!
Well,
That's not how brains work.
no.
what just happened?
I'm not sure. I saw something in his
freaky
ear
shit.
just pop.
Hey, is there this web still here?
Which one?
The one that Thingo got rid of?
No.
Yeah, it's gone.
Okay.
Can I investigate the corpse?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, roll investigate. Or medicine, whichever one you prefer.
I am much better at medicine, so let's do that.
As you sort of inspect the wounds, you start to notice that from several of the orifices on his face, blood starts to sort of come out. And identifying within the blood, you can see a bit of brain matter.
It is my professional medical opinion that this goblin's brain I do not know why, though.
Can I try and roll something to determine why?
I'm
I roll an Arcana or something?
Yeah, you know what? You can do an Arcana.
I'm
you get
90%
advantage for passing
sure
it too.
that it wasn't my spell.
But
You get advantage for getting a 25 on your perception too.
cool. Thank God.
Oh. It's as if his very soul was ripped out of him and then shunted this way deeper into the cavern as the vessel behind him just pops and collapses and gives way to death. Something
just going
just
to have a
ripped his
look.
soul right out of him.
Alright, I realize this information.
I'm just going to have a look at all of these corpses. Do I recognise any of these as Freya's mother?
No, neither of these are. These two are the two children that were in front of the tavern, reading books and drawing.
Oh, that's right. Yep. And what about these other three?
The other three are just hobgoblins,
Oh, hobgoblins. Okay. Yep.
unarmored, various fishing spears and whatnot.
Okay, so nothing worth looting from the
No. Very
hobgoblins.
crude,
Right.
very crude weaponry.
Okay. And I'm not going to loot from the kids. So
Oh,
please.
Let me go ahead because I still look like a hobgoblin.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's fine.
you can if you want. to Kalias about looting the kids.
Oh, no. I'm just saying that I wouldn't loot the
okay.
kids because that's one of the things that I just don't do as a character. That Kalias doesn't do. So,
Yeah, no, fair enough.
yeah.
I do a little hand gesture, being like I mentioned this world's equivalent of like doing like the cross thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I keep moving with the party.
All right.
Should we perhaps immolate the bodies so that, they find some peace in the afterlife?
We might be able to bury them should we clear this place out.
Okay.
Or immolate them as we go through, either way. But we can get to that later, I think.
All right. Tobias, once you get about there, roll a perception for me.
Do.
I'll move forward.
You hear the screaming of a woman coming from this direction, far away, and she's sort of just screaming out, "Help me, no!" Ah!
Tobias!
Running.
Tobias, no wait, come back!
There's a person screaming, I'm running.
Yo, hold on, wait, I've got a thing though!
I'm gonna, as I'm running, shoot a firebolt at this web in front of me.
All right, roll your firebolt. All right, yeah, it hits the web, it immediately disintegrates.
Okay. Which direction was the shouting coming from?
Down there.
Run.
I'm actually going to have a look down this path. Do I see anything unusual down this way?
All right,
Excuse me.
I'll get everyone to pause real quick. Tobias, if you could go back to about there. You would see down this hallway someone else is being eaten. One of the barmaids being eaten by 2 hobgoblins. As for Kalias, you can head down this way.
I can. Okay.
Yep. And you would see at the end of the hallway the 3rd child that was outside the tavern being eaten by 2 hobgoblins.
Oh. And I back away as I see it looks to be still alive. Or the 2 of them, I should say.
Yep. So you back away, and Tobias, you see that, but the screaming was coming from the other direction.
Okay.
All right.
We'll keep running.
Nothing to see down here, guys. Let's just keep going.
Alright. I would inside check you, but there's no time!
Oh.
Okay.
Just trust me when I say nothing to see.
And Tobias, as you come across this huge door that looks like a face sort of blocking your way, there's like a small pedestal just in front of it, and as soon as you step on it, its eyes open and glare at you, and it simply says,
Ouroboros has no end nor beginning. It is infinite, like the King of Worms. What is your name, my liege?
Can I do some sort of check to try and get relevant information on, like...
you can do a history. No. With that, you're unable to determine what it may be referring to.
Anybody got any clues?
I can try and rack my brain.
I'll just copy pasta so you don't have to hear me repeat it a million times. And Tobias, as time progresses, do you step off the pedestal?
Yeah, I think I will.
Alright, you're silenced for 10 minutes.
Oh. When I step off?
Yeah, when you step off.
Okay. Yeah, so I like step off and go to talk and like nothing comes out.
Yep.
And I just look confused and wipe my mouth.
So, just remind me again what Tobias said.
You noticed that he got silenced. Is there like any obvious...
Yeah, I'm trying to talk and nothing's coming out. I assume
okay.
you notice.
Yep.
And what name did you actually say to get silenced?
I don't think it's
Tobias like shakes his head.
He just stepped off.
Oh, okay. Alright, well, I'll step on.
Can I roll like a religion or something to see if this refers to any kind of god or deity or...
You may do so. And Kalias, as you step on, the eyes open again and shines a blue light into your face.
Ouroboros has no end nor beginning. It is infinite, like the King of Worms.
What is your name, my liege?
King of Worms. Hmm.
And I'll just start the real life
I'm
timer.
going to do a memory roll. Actually, is there a memory?
History, I
history.
guess.
History, yeah. Going to do a history roll. What was the name of that character, or what was that name that we found in the bottom of the bar? Bottom of that tavern.
At the very start.
At the very start, yeah.
I have no fucking clue.
I should actually know this myself the more I think about it.
We rolled a 19 for history, so Carlius might recall.
Are you saying the very first session, the thing at the very
Yeah.
bottom of the bar?
The very first one, Merlin. That's the one.
You say Merlin, and the face cackles as you become silenced and forced off the plate.
God damn it.
Good try there. I didn't even think that far back.
Yeah, I rolled an 18 for my knowledge history.
And what are you trying to determine?
Trying to determine if this name has ever been read in, that I've ever read it in a historical text.
In
I
a
get a 16 for
historical
my religion
text?
as well.
No.
Yeah. Or Boris? No, okay.
And
Yeah,
Thorin,
16
you
for
know that
religion.
this is not related to the gods.
Oh. Yikes. Guys, I got no clue. Can we just try and smash it?
Ouroboros. Okay. And Ouroboros is.
You mean...
No, I'm just like thinking to myself. An Ouroboros is a shape that doesn't end, like a what's it called? One-sided shape, right?
Alright.
Maybe a strip.
Sure.
I thought it was that...
See, I know-
Yeah,
like
that's
the
different.
snake that eats its own tail, and so
See-
it
Yeah.
runs.
Now I get it, but like, unfortunately, rip. I don't understand what you've said because you
Yeah,
can't
I'm
talk.
just like thinking to myself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Ouroboros
as
has
this is
that in the
going on,
beginning.
you also hear the constant screams of the woman behind the door.
Yeah. What is your name, my liege? King of Worms. Does King of Worms ring a bell?
Are you asking me or?
Yeah, can I do a check on that?
I'll give you all a clue. There's probably only been less than a handful of characters referred to as king in this entire campaign.
It's nothing to do with gods, though.
Correct.
Oh, wait. Bugger, I'm silenced.
For the sake
I'll
of
let it-
brevity, I'll say
Like-
it's at this point after you've brainstormed a bit, everyone's unsilenced as you consider what you need to do. But that does mean about 20 minutes has passed. And the screaming has subsided.
That's not good.
Oh, we can talk again. Has anybody got any ideas? Quick.
Not
shrug.
anymore. I thought I did, but nope.
You should probably spitball your idea out.
Carlos, any ideas?
Well, no, because I thought it was a god, so.
Ah,
So,
the
One
time
moment.
down.
I step up on the plate.
Well, you should probably
And-
run it by us first. Okay, never mind.
You step up on the plate. The face opens again.
Yep. And I'm going to say Felstan.
No.
Bugger.
And you are yet again silenced.
That's fair. I back off and go,
Nice.
eh.
Perhaps we should look around a bit more. We might find the answer further on. Oh, Carly, it's just silent. See if you can't, like, sneak super well now. Never know. It's worth a try.
Okay. Nothing to do with gods, king.
it's not like a circle or something. Such an abstract thing.
Maybe it doesn't have a name.
Can we get any clues from the architecture of this door? Like, get a clue of who built it? Like,
Oh yeah, Arcturus, who built this thing?
Oh right, yeah. Who built this thing?
You immediately know that all these tunnels have been burrowed out by worms.
Oh. Yeah, it's probably something to do with worms. Probably a giant worm. Probably a worm that eats its own tail. You know. Anybody know anything about any of that?
Well, we fought one giant worm, but that's the best I can think of.
Okay.
Oops. Didn't mean to click that, my bad. Alright, now you get extra time.
Okay, nothing to do with gods. Circle, worms. This door, does this look like it's not part of these tunnels? It was added?
Yeah, it was added.
Okay.
Even just the walls around this next chamber look a lot more golden and like more rune magic-y than just these basic dirt walls.
Okay. I like gesture Arcturus forward and like set down my pack and just start pulling out books and stuff. And just want to like look through for any references to a king of worms or anything to do someone that might be related to an Ouroboros or something.
You get to roll history at advantage one last time.
Can I also look over his books?
Yeah, I'm like bringing you over to.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Does that mean that I can roll history at advantage or no?
Can I guidance Arcturus?
You can't roll it at advantage because it's not you who wrote these notes. Tobias would know much better.
Right.
So you can just roll it normal.
Okay, that's fine.
You have been guidanced, friend.
Oh,
yeah!
Arcturus, you're able to make out some of the patterns that Tobias doesn't pick up. You know that in your entire travels with this group, you have only ever come across one person who seemed to have control of everything insect bug related.
Oh, wow, we're dumb. I thought of this for a second, but I'm like, no, it can't be. But never mind. Now that I think of, oh wait, voice is missing. Now that I think upon it, the only thing that could truly be eternal in this world is lava. Correct? He was a lich.
Tobias like smacks his head. Yes, that's much simpler than what I was thinking.
So I step on the plate and wait for the riddler to give me the riddle.
Its eyes open again and it repeats the riddle to you. Infinite, like the king of worms, it says. What is your name, my liege?
Oh, lava.
A jest, surely, my liege. An anagram, one as ancient as the day you took his life. Again, I shall ask, what is your name, my liege?
Wait, did he say it was an anagram?
I shall copy-paste for ease of access.
Yeah, that would be good.
Lava. Hello. Hello.
So like Valora or Avalo, Alova, I don't fucking know.
As time goes by, Arcturus, you're shoved away from the pressure plate again, and you are silenced.
Dang it.
And then Kalius, you can now speak.
Well, that's got me fucked. Anybody else?
It's an anagram of a lava. We just need to put it together the right way, I think.
So what was the spelling?
Olava.
Alvo, I don't fucking know.
Ah, Dunker.
Bitte. The entire complex sort of shakes a little bit.
Now that we have that clue, can we remember anything significant? That skeleton.
Only other clue I can give you is just Ouroboros. It's about as far as I can go.
Just say Olava over and over again.
Do you give up?
Oh. Never. Vowler?
Does it start and end with A? I'm assuming it starts and ends with A. Because it still gives us like.
Oh shit! Damn it! I can't talk. So
Actually, at this point, with all the people fucking not being able to talk, I pull out a quill.
I know you can't, because yeah.
I pull out a quill and a little journal that I have. I just hold it out to Arcturus.